Hey YouTube, this is Mark here with a quarantine video for you. Today's topic, we are going to talk about movie genres. We talked about this recently in a YouTube live, but I'm here to give you the 5-minute version. So here, movie genres. You guys might know some of these movie genres. There are some famous ones, things like comedy. Maybe you know this guy. He's very, very famous. Right? The guy on the left, those big eyes, his name, Mr. Bean. So he's a very famous comedian, right? So his kind of movie we would call a comedy. Again, comedy is a genre. It's a type of movie, right? This word. Okay, we also have things like action. If you know James Bond is action. And then finally we have adventure. If you go on a big adventure, you try to find treasure, you rescue a princess, right? All of those, we call them, right, adventure films. So, I know sometimes it's a mix, sometimes it's an adventure, but it's also funny. Sometimes it's an action movie, but it also has romance. So you can have some of these, right? Things like horror, drama, science fiction. These kinds of films, right, are not alone. Sometimes they mix. We can have a movie in more than one genre, but these are the big ideas, the big groups whenever we're talking about movies, right? So again, right, let's see. I know some people, they love horror. I hate horror. So horror, we know that's the scary, right? There's monsters, there's women who I would not want to meet in daily life, right? That would be horror. If we have drama, right? Dramas are shows where it's not like action, right? Action has someone shooting the whole time, or Pirates of the Caribbean, the adventure, they're right, Indiana Jones style, right? That's more of an adventure. A drama is often a more serious story, and it's usually real. It's a more real story. Not always, but for example, this one, Ford versus Ferrari, it's about these two real people and the drama, the serious situations in their life, their work life, their family life. It's the drama, right? The situations, not anything crazy, right? If you're talking about crazy or not real, right, you can think about science fiction. Science fiction, one of the most famous stories in science fiction is Star Wars. Right? Is this a real guy? Is this guy in a drama? Chewie? No, right? This one is in a special world. We call it science fiction, where it's often in the future, there's robots, there's people from other planets, right? That could be science fiction. It's actually, it can be quite similar at times to fantasy. Or maybe I didn't put fantasy on here, but fantasy like Harry Potter, fantasy like Lord of the Rings. Those are fantasy stories, which are also imagination, but usually a different topic, often things like magic. Last two I have on my pile here, right? We have things like war movies. Some people really love watching war movies. And then if you're American, a lot of Americans grew up, they know about Westerns. And Westerns are maybe a more particular, a very specific genre that often has a cowboy. They wear a cowboy hat. They often have gunfights, pew, 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 right? And they ride horses. That's a Western. Finally, I know some of these are not movies, they're TV shows, right? This was recommended to me by some of my students. It's called Mind Your Language. Both of these are another special type of genre. They're called a sitcom, right? They're called a sitcom. And they have stories, right? Sitcom is short for situation comedy, right? So those, get rid of that. Those ones are often actually very good for learning English, because a situation comedy is not fantasy, it's not action, not adventure. These are just real life situations where you can learn some real life English that they use in those day-to-day situations. So I highly recommend these kinds of shows for English learners. Final one I'll put here. I know your children might love these. This genre is called animation, right? If you like shows like Frozen, Kung Fu Panda, Toy Story. Those are all animation, okay? So I think we got through most of the details here. My final thing to share with you is I'm going to go onto the internet and I'm going to show you 2 websites you can use if you want to figure out what movie to watch or you want to learn more about movie genres. The first website is called Imdb. I'll link it below. And Imdb is great at showing you some of the most popular things happening now, right? There's popular kids shows on the bottom right, popular dramas. It says what's streaming in May, right? What's streaming would be things on streaming shows, streaming channels like Netflix, things like Amazon, Apple TV, right? There's all these different shows to watch, but what I want you to do is click menu, and then I want you to go over here, and it says browse movies by genre. If you click browse movies by genre, you'll be able to see, even maybe the pictures are even better than mine, all of the different popular TV show movie genres. So like we said, comedy, sci-fi, we have our romance, right? Our love story, action, right? Again, exciting. We have our thriller, drama, mystery, crime, animation, adventure, fantasy. My goal for you is for you to try to figure out what genres you really enjoy. And what I want you to do is to comment below with the genres that you really enjoy, okay? So please tell me, do you love animation? Or do you love, like I mentioned a little before, fantasy? Do you love superheroes? Even that. We can consider that a genre. It's a group of movies, the superhero genre. So again, I'd love to hear your favorite genres. Just for my curiosity, please comment below. And I do hope this helped you. I hope you find some good movies to watch during your quarantine. And I'll see all of you on Tuesdays and Thursdays for our YouTube Live. If you want to ask questions live to me, if you want to learn some new topics, we have YouTube Live videos every Monday to Friday at ULC, right? So subscribe if you loved it, like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.